And
Because
it's not
there's so
a,
many double weeks. So many
Of
double
course,
weeks.
you're not sisters anymore, it seems.
No,
from
we
just
are always sisters. No, we are always
episode
sisters.
1, we just part away. That's it.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome to EuroLeague Friends, your weekly podcast on YouTube, giving you a different perspective on the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. What can you expect from us? Okay, we love the game and we do understand every game matters. We are 9 contributors across Europe, including myself, Milena Martin, sharing our different points of view. Each week, we're going to cover and share insights from the games. We want to have a conversation about the games, about the EuroLeague, but we're also going to have some guest players with us that are going to share with us their love for the game. Okay, today, EuroLeague Friends, I got Julia, Alexandra, Dennis. How are you guys? Hello.
Hi guys.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Hi. Hi,
Let's
everyone.
introduce yourselves.
I'm Julia, and I'm trying to give you my own perspective on the Italian teams, in particular Virtus Bologna and Olimpia Milan, but not only. And I like to describe myself not just a journalist, but as, firstly, things first, former basketball player. Then my father and my mother decided to tell me to use my passion in other things rather than playing because I wasn't not so talented. But here I am, giving my passion to you all girls and to you all EuroLeague fans. So I'm trying to give you my own point of view just because I'm a basketball player too.
I'm Denise Aksoy. I'm a EuroLeague reporter, and especially EuroLeague lover. Let me underline that. I love basketball. I'm so passionate about basketball. What I do is not only asking questions during the games or after the games. I also like to add some spice to the game as a reporter, with my energy, with my knowledge, just like you girls do. So I'm so happy to be here in EuroLeague and Friends podcast with you all.
Hello, Alexandra.
Hello, girls, and hello, everyone who are watching us. Hello from Belgrade. Yes, I'm Alex for friends. You can call me Alex in every of the episode of our new show. And I'm covering EuroLeague for almost a decade now, but this is my first time that I'm going to have totally new perspective of watching EuroLeague with you girls, and I'm so happy for it. I'm covering basketball, that's my first sport, but sometimes when I need a short getaway from basketball, then I'm going to cover a water polo games. So yes, during the weekends, I'm there around the swimming pool, but during the weeks, especially double weeks in the EuroLeague, I'm on a basketball court as you girls.
As I said, I'm Milena Martin. I work for Movistar. I cover the Liga Endesa League, the Spanish league. I also worked several years in EuroLeague, and it's also my passion. So let's start. We're about to finish the month, so let's talk about the MVP of the month, MVP of October. What do you think? What is the guy that is shining the most, that is helping his team to lead this new EuroLeague? What do you think?
Girls, honestly, I mean, what I think is TJ Shorts. Wow, what
Okay,
a man. Because
amazing.
even Monaco, after the game, after the French derby, we can call it like that, they tweeted, they said EuroLeague needed a basketball player just like TJ Shorts. And I agree with them. I agree with Monaco. It's such a respectful move, by the way, from Monaco. And Paris Basket is doing amazing because of also the offense effort and the efficiency on the offensive side of the game from the TJ Shorts. So what I name as round five's MVP is the MVP of EuroLeague by now is TJ Shorts.
On my side, I totally agree with what you said, Denise. When I saw the names, I think that TJ Shorts is the one that really deserves that trophy, calling it like that, because I saw him in Milan playing with Paris, and I really think that is the go-to guy player for Paris. I think that Paris is doing so good, and mostly thanks to him. So for me, he's my October MVP. What about you, Alex?
Well, yes, TJ Shorts for sure. And I wanted to say that sometimes when we speak about players who surprised us the most on the beginning of the season, some people would say TJ Shorts. But for me, to be honest, it's not a surprising moment for him at all. Because I will remind you, TJ Shorts is like his career was growing all the time. He started in Latvia, then he was playing in Germany, where he stepped up, and then he came to Paris and won the Euro Cup. So people mostly don't understand that he went step by step in every club that he played. He made that club better. He won all the individual prizes and awards in those clubs. And maybe some people doubted how he is going to, completely fit in the EuroLeague, but he just, did what he does the best, and I think he's gonna take that award.
Okay, I don't agree. I mean, he's been amazing. For me, he's the most surprising player of this beginning of the season. But I would choose Kevin Panther.
Really?
Barcelona. Yes, I mean Barcelona lost La Provitola, as you all know,
Of course,
and he's
unfortunately.
like he's doing great. He's scoring. He's leading the team. He's been regular, trustable. He's a clutch player, and I think it's my choice. He deserves it.
But we'll see on Tuesday against Efes in Istanbul because
Let's see, of course.
because as
Uh,
La Provitola, we all Efes lost Shane Larkin because diagnosed sprained ankle, and what we heard is it's 3-4 weeks, but I think it's gonna be a month and a half for him to get back. But out like since Shane Larkin is not gonna play, there will be other players that I think we will talk in a bit. But as Kevin Punter stepped up, I think
yeah, of course.
on Tuesday against Barcelona from the FS side, Thompson or Elijah Bryant will step up just like Kevin Punter. So I don't know. It's going to
Let's
be
see.
debatable.
Let's see, of
Yes, let's see.
course.
And guys,
Of course.
yes, guys, I will remind you about the fact that Kevin Panther mostly need motivation in terms of the atmosphere. He had that in Belgrade against Crvena Zvezda, and we show how he stepped up. And I'm not sure that he's gonna have that kind of motivation in other courts in Europe. So yeah, we will see.
Okay, we will see. I'm not agreeing with you, Alexandra. I'm so sorry. I called you as my Serbian sister, but I don't know.
You're not sisters anymore, it seems.
No, we are always sisters. No, we are always sisters.
Episode one, we just part away. That's it.
Okay, but Julia, if I say, since I mean, you're in Italy, that's why I have to name this. Since Will Clyburn left the club, FS, and all the other players are stepping up, would you feel some type of way?
I think that probably the fact that they won Virtus Bologna, obviously, they won against Partizan, give all the other players a little bit step above, as you said. Probably Will Clyburn is the guy that obviously can make it. So I think that in a way, yes, probably he's the guy that he's leading. He's the guy that really has to do it. And I think that the victory that they got in Belgrade, sorry, Alexander, to tell you that, it could be the key to step all the season of Virtus Bologna. But I think that we're going to talk about it later because there's something so good happening in next week in Italy, in particular in Milan, but involving Bologna too. So yes, responding to you, Will Clyburn is, in my opinion, going to be the clutch player, the star player, because I like the try to saying that some boys are clutch, some others are stars, but I think that he can be both for Virtus Bologna.
Going back to Turkey, the second home loss for Fener. What about Sarunas? What do you think about all this?
Well, honestly, from let's start from the beginning because those turnovers, those
Yeah.
fouling problems during that game was the key to loss to when they lost the game because I've seen like I'm checking the stats and I'm seeing 6 turnovers during the first quarter. 4 turnovers during the second quarter, like, and there were so many turnovers. Even when you see the Tarek Biberovic, who was shining on the court when they got back and they were leading by 5 points against Panathinaikos, he was amazing and he was stealing the ball. He stole the ball, but he couldn't find the guard and he just did the turnover, unfortunately. So those fouling problems and turnovers, and when I say fouling problem, Milena, when you saw at the end of the game, what we needed was a guard, was a leader, that Pana had as to Lucas, but Guduric should have been on the court. But because of the fouling problem, he was not on the court. So I think because of these and because of the, of course, I mean, we're hoping Skylar Mays is going to give what we need. That's why Fenerbahce signed him. But I think he needs time, and we need a definite leader as Guduric on the court during those times, during those moments. And two, yeah, second home loss, but it's gonna be Partizan game. Željko Obradović is coming back to his home, his second
To his
home, we
home.
can call it
Yeah,
like
of
that.
course.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a great game. I think Fenerbahce is gonna step up because when you look, Panathinaikos lost 2 games in a row and then came to Istanbul and they won. So Fenerbahce needs a motivation. They needed a motivation, and that's their home losses are their motivation right now.
Do you think that even for Guduric, he needs that motivation, gain it maybe from the losses to step up even in the way that you mentioned it, being a leader?
Julia, I agree with you, but right now, when you look at the roster, who's the leader? Of course, Guduric is the leader. You cannot wait a leadership from Wade Baldwin because he's the new piece in Fenerbahce, and even Bonzi Carlsen, they're the new players of Fenerbahce. So they're trying to understand the system of Sharunas and Fenerbahce, and even they're trying to understand the fans and the atmosphere, because when they were losing by, I don't know, 5 or 6, fans start to go because they want their team to win, and these players have to understand the system. That's why I cannot blame, for example, Stanley Johnson in Efes because he's a new piece, or Poirier or Wara. These players have to adapt themselves in the new system of the team.
For the team.
But Guduric is the leader, and I think it's going to be a great game on Friday. And when you look at the leadership, everything has to have their own rules in one team. So since Lucas is the leader with Ataman's system, I think with Sharuna's system is the leader, Guduric.
And what about Trinchieri? Julia, he's doing amazing.
Yes, totally, totally. You have to divide people in Italy. There are the Milano fans, the geographical people located in Milan, that they support Milan. The geographical people staying in Bologna, they support Bologna. All the other people in Italy, they support Trinchieri.
Do they hate him in Italy or not? Because
Well,
they beat both Italian teams there in Italy, no?
hating is is probably, I don't know, too much, but
Ah,
in
yeah, I'm
in
joking.
Milan, Virtus Bologna wanted to have him as a coach, but obviously we
Yeah.
all know that he isn't a coach of Virtus Bologna at the moment, and probably he never will, or maybe not in the next future because of Banchi and because of his playing so good in Žalgiris. And he's I don't know, in a little bit fight with Milan and with Milano fans after in 2021 the Final Four, the reaching of the Final Four. He was the coach of Bayern Munich, so I don't know if it's gonna be hate. And then Trinchieri coached a team which is Cantu, and Cantu and Milan are not so friends. They, in Italy we say it like they're cousins because they're one near each other as cities, because Cantu is near to Como and Milan is Milan. So they're so they're so close each other, and I don't know, maybe he's not the nicest guy for the Milano's fans, and probably neither for the Bologna one. But as I said, all the other people not in Milan and not in Bologna, they love Trinchieri and they love the way that he's playing, that it makes Žalgiris playing at the moment, and the way
I
that.
have a question. Sorry, I have a
Okay.
question. I cannot hold myself. Wait.
Go on.
In Milano, do people really love Ettore Messina, Julia?
Oh my God! Why were you asking me
I'm
that?
just asking. Hold on. It's just a question.
So I'm trying to be politically correct in this moment, but the fact is that I don't know. In the Italian Championship, I saw people, as you said, for Fenerbahce, going away when the game was going, but in the end of the fourth quarter in Italian Championship, but even in the game against Žalgiris in the EuroLeague and even in the other games, I saw people that were contrariated by the team. They were whistling the team in particular in the Žalgiris game. But actually, when you're facing Ettore Messina and the palmarès that he has and all the trophies that he won, I know it's history, and the history has to be made in Milan too. But I don't know, you cannot hate a coach like him. You have to give time for me to a team like Milan, because as Fenerbahce, probably they changed a lot. They bet on some players like Bolmaro or Dimitrievich, and
But we were in Final Four, just a reminder.
I love you too, Denise.
But anyway.
I love you too.
Alex, what happened with Zvezda
Oh yeah, what happened with Zvezda?
in Madrid?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was literally,
They cooled up a little
yeah, it was literally something that Zvezda needs to forget at the moment right now, because
Yeah.
they have a lot of job to do during the season. But yes, we need to speak about what Zvezda did before that, actually, because Zvezda made a small history of the club starting the season with 3 wins. That never happened before, even though they had some losses in the ABA league, but that actually didn't impact on what they are doing in the EuroLeague, which was very important. And it was very first time that something like that happened for Zvezda. And of course, that means nothing, since we speak all the time how season is long and what kinds of things can happen during the season with injuries and things like those. But yes, nobody expected that. I think the biggest fans of Crvena Zvezda couldn't imagine that kind of start of the season. And I think the most important thing in that kind of start of the season was actually that win in Paris, because nobody actually didn't know at that particular time, in that moment, how Paris is gonna play. We knew how they did play with Thomas Isalo last season, but we didn't know if they're gonna, kept that style of the play. And the later, actually, Paris showed that they are belonging to the EuroLeague, of course, and even for that, also that win of Zvezda in Paris was very important. And then after that, everything was a bit easier for Zvezda with Baskonia, and it was the first game on the home court with the spectacular atmosphere. So everything went perfect for Zvezda in that second round. And then, sorry, Denise, because I'm going to say that, but against Fenerbahce in
Okay.
Istanbul, I think defensively, that was a perfection. That was the best that European basketball can show to basketball lovers and can bring to basketball lovers, because I think that defensively, that was something that Coach Yanis Veropoulos wants to keep in his team during the season, with some other teams also on the home court also. And that was something that probably helped Zvezda to realize which roles, which players can have those roles.
The 2 new Americans, Isaiah Cannon and Cody Miller-McIntyre, they're great pieces for Zvezda. It's just like what they needed is they have right now.
Well, yes, but I'm not sure if we saw the full potential of those 2 players still.
Not yet.
Yeah, so
Not yet.
that's a good thing also, because it's like we have 5 rounds and we have the whole season in front of us. So I think the time is working for them, and I think everything is gonna be, totally settled down. And I'm looking forward to see those 2 players really in the full potential in Zvezda. Good thing about them, 2 of them, is that I think those 2 players realized the whole story, the mentality of the team, the environment, the atmosphere, and I think they loved it.
Great victory for Real Madrid. They're still adapting. They've lost key pieces, Poirier, Yabusel, Rudy Fernandez and Chacho. They had retired. Okay, I would love to talk about La Provitola again, because he's going to be out the remainder of the season. And now the question is if Barcelona has to sign a new guard. And my answer, my personal opinion, is yes. For me, La Provitola, it's been like the main creator of the team, playing with a really high basketball IQ. He can shoot, he can create. He's a wonderful 3-point shooter, and it's like the main guy of the team. There are other guys like Panther, as we said, Brizuela, even the young Damesar against Asbel was great. Satoransky. They all know they need to step up, and they are doing it. But I think the competition is so long, it's so tough. Also, the Spanish league, that in my opinion they need to sign, and not a guard, but a combo guard, somebody that
A
they
combo
can
guard.
Yes,
shoot,
totally.
score, and create. I don't know if you guys agree with me.
Yes, Milena.
I totally
I
agree
agree.
with you.
Yes, but we didn't mention, I think, one important piece of that team. It's Nunes. What do you think about him, Milena? I think he is one of the most talented players in Europe. Yeah.
Yes, of course. I saw him yesterday playing against Unicaja, and he's doing great. Yes, I think it's young, but he's talented. And he's already showing his skills, and he's really passable. He can shoot. I like this. I like this guy. I think he's gonna surprise us. Watch him.
He's gonna
Yes.
surprise you, but it's just at the same time when you mentioned about the combo guard, I think it has to need an experience. If it's the combo
Yeah,
guard
that's it.
that
That's
that
it.
that Barcelona needs, has to have an
Yeah,
experience
Yes.
to play for a
I
club.
agree. Yeah.
Yes, like Nico was.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
I agree with you, Milena, because I really think that Barcelona needs to sign a new combo guard, as you said, because they really need a player that create. The word that you
Yeah.
use, creating,
Creating. Yeah.
yes, is the key word for me to this Barcelona, and we'll see.
It's just very early now. I think everything is gonna be clear in my opinion, in 4 or 5 rounds.
And
Because
it's not
there's
that
so many double weeks. So many
Of
double
course,
weeks.
it's not that the rest of the guys are not talented enough.
No,
But I
surely.
think there's a lot of games. Okay, the rubber game of the week in round 6 is Olympiacos against Real Madrid. In round 7, as we said, is that amazing Italian derby. But there are plenty of games, of amazing games. First, Real Madrid go to Piraeus, and then Barcelona visit Piraeus.
Yeah, so in Greece they're welcoming all the Spanish clubs. No.
Busy week in Athens. Busy
In
week.
Athens, so many stars. In Turkey, well, Barcelona is coming on Tuesday to Efes.
Yes.
Fenerbahce is facing Maccabi Tel Aviv, and then afterwards
Yeah.
Alba Berlin. Efes is going to the second Turkey of Europe, which is Alba Berlin, and it's not an away game for Turkish people, but Alba Berlin, Efes, and then the last day of the round 7 is going to be Fenerbahce, Beko against Partizan.
Done.
Alexandra, we're going to talk that night. We're going to
Yeah,
talk that
I'm gonna
night.
text you for sure. Yes, but for now, I would mention all those games that you already mentioned, but also, I said Žalgiris and Crvena Zvezda. I think the intensity of that game can be really interesting, not only because of the atmosphere, but also because of the style of basketball that those two teams are playing from the beginning of the season. And those two teams were teams that started the best this season. So I think that was something that nobody expected. But also one game in terms of one player actually that surprised me the most from the beginning of this season are going to be interesting for me. I cannot wait to see Neil Sacco playing against one of the greatest centers in the Europe. And the first chance for him to do that is going to be against Panathinaikos in Athens. So I think that is going to be probably the first big challenge for him in this season, in this competition. Because for now, yes, he surprised us, but I think he didn't play still against one of the biggest centers in the EuroLeague. So I cannot wait to see him playing against Fall, against Tavares, and against Lesor now. So yeah, that's the game that I cannot wait to see.
Alex, it's like the exam day, the test day for him.
Yeah, it is.
What do you think?
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be the D-Day for sure. Yeah.
Guys, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah,
We have
we
no
gotta go.
more time.
Unfortunately.
It's okay.
So-
We'll see each other next week.
Yep.
Yes, of course. As you know, this EuroLeague and Friends is only available on YouTube. So please like, subscribe, and watch it on YouTube. The rest of the games, you can watch them all on EuroLeague TV. So see you next week. See you soon. Bye bye.
And don't forget to comment. Don't forget to comment.
Please.
And share it. Share it, please. Share it.
And like it.